I think I got it now. This is ridiculous. StreamYards be bugging, boy. They be bugging. I'll be back after this song. I think it's very apropos. And it's a beautiful song. A classic, if you will. Let's go.
Good morning, evening, friend. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster. Could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love. Good morning, evening, friend. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster. Could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hey, going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will if we let it destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me when I say, oh, oh, that love is in need of our love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hey, hey. Going round.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. Alright, I finally got it right. There's 0 people in this chat. It's alright. Happy 4th of July, y'all. I'm eating some sushi. And I'm drinking some Long Island iced tea. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be in rare form tonight. And I'm pissed off. You want to know why? Because I first started this video maybe 10 minutes after the reading. And I went on talking for 33 fucking minutes. And guess what? I wasn't live. Then I came back again. Audio wasn't working. So I shut that down. Now I'm back and everything's working, right? I said a lot of shit in those 33 minutes that nobody heard because I wasn't live. And I know I hit the live button, but StreamYards, they're upgrading, they're doing new things, being innovative and all that shit. And I'm tired every time I come on StreamYards, I gotta learn how to do shit all over again because they keep making fucking changes. This is bullshit. But I had the link in the chat room because I need somebody to come and tell me who is Manuel Ruiz. Now, if you're wondering who Manuel Ruiz is, in case you don't know, y'all, there's a whole other sector out there. I call it the Vegas sector. Las Vegas. And unless you've been sleeping under a rock, approximately 3 weeks ago, there was a content creator by the name of Finney the Legend. That's the name of the channel. And his lovely wife, Bubbly. Beautiful people outside of YouTube. I think they were high school sweethearts. I think they dated 10 years before they got married, and they've been married 18 years. They have 4 beautiful children who are now basically young adults, 3 girls and a boy. They're even a grandparent of a grandson. Well, they were. And they seemed like real cool people outside of YouTube. Their channel is still up. All their videos. You can watch their videos and learn about them, get to know them, mainly Finney, and become familiar with them. However, Manuel Ruiz, aka Mannywise, aka Manny, he's a content creator out there. He is responsible for executing them in Vegas about 3 weeks ago. And he too had a channel with something like 46,000 subscribers. But I don't know much about him except for he executed Finney and his wife Bubbly. I've seen videos recently. Finney and Bubbly, they got married in Vegas 18 years ago, and unfortunately they both lost their lives together in Vegas on June 8th. And I've seen Manny kind of shove Finney in his back in Vegas recently. That took place. I seen Manny in the car, I think that day or the day before he executed them. I seen that video. Of course, I seen him in the video on that fateful night of June 8th. But I know that's not all to Manny. If he had 46,000 subscribers, there was something about him. He must have had talent. He must have had a personality. He's more than him just being an executioner. And that's the purpose of this video. I want to know more about Manny, absent of what he did on June 8th. Maybe it was good that I didn't go live because I shared something personal. And maybe I'll share it again. I also talked about how the Vegas sector is a different sector that I've ever seen before. And as I said in a prior video, this very channel here I've had since June 2nd, I believe, of 2006. So this channel is 19 years old. I've been around in a lot of sectors, and I've seen and heard and was privy to a lot of stuff. But I've never quite seen a sector like the Vegas sector, as I call it. This Vegas situation with Finney, Bubbly, and Manny has me so fascinated and perplexed at the same time. I'm perplexed because I cram to understand why Finney was clueless and living in La La Land. Like, if Finney was a New Yorker, he'd still be alive today, him and his wife, if he was a New Yorker. But they both appeared to be so very green to me. I grew up hearing, about people from the South are so green. And I never really understood it until this Finney situation. I never understood what green was. But I almost want to say, if you look up the definition of green in the dictionary, I think Finney's picture should be right next to it. Because he was so clueless. I mean, warnings went right over his head. He had so many warnings. I'm not even talking about the warnings from the Lord on that fateful night. But even Manny gave him warnings. It was a warning when Manny pushed him in the back. And Manny even said, hey, I was just letting you know that you can be touched. I did not shed blood, and I could have. Manny warned him when he said, hey, if you come back to Vegas, you need to tell your mother whether you want to be cremated or buried. The Bible says warning comes before destruction. The Lord warned him like 45 minutes before that tragic ending. And it's like Finney just didn't take him serious. And it had to be a reason other than him being green. And let me let you in on something. And you ain't heard it from me, okay? I'm pretty confident that D. Ware is a sociopath. There's a lot of antisocial personalities that I picked up on in the Vegas sector. And it's to the point where I don't really want to be in it. I just want to keep observing and analyzing. And then come back to this channel and divulge my findings, my observations. And so I'm glad my channel is small. I'm very thankful for that. Because the things that I might say won't really get too far in the world of the internet. And that's a good thing. That's how I want to keep it. But D. Ware is a sociopath. And I don't think he's the only one in that sector. Because it had to be a sociopath or two that was able to manipulate Finney and keep his head in the clouds. Because I don't know how you can do the things he did, antagonize somebody, cut their money, fuck with their finances, and just be like, la 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 la. It's like you who are listening. Imagine me being successful and getting you fired from your job. You have no income. You are actively trying to find another position so that your income can improve. But you lost your job because I made it so. And I just go skipping right past you down the street. La 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 la. And it's like, do you not know the detriment you have caused this individual? And you think it's okay to come back to their city or be in an area where they can easily find you? Who does that? But why was he so comfortable to do that? Why was he so confident in thinking that he could antagonize somebody consistently, strike their channels, cut their income, and nothing, you just won't have to deal with any consequences or repercussions behind that? It had to be that he was being highly manipulated by someone who is highly manipulative to keep his head in the clouds and keep him antagonizing this particular individual. Now, the average morally decent mind will say, well, how can Manny just leave his kids, make that decision knowing that, he's going to leave his kids, his wife, and end up in prison, or even the death penalty. But I'm thinking maybe that's a cultural thing, a Mexican cultural thing. Like in the black community, we have various cultures. There's the Caribbean culture, there's the Haitian culture. Maybe in the Mexican culture is for them the honorable thing to do as the man of the house, the head of the family, the leader of your family, is to take out the antagonist, the one who is affecting not you but your entire family, and who will not stop. So maybe in his mind, he did an honorable thing for his family. Now that might seem wrong to a lot of people, but I'm sure people in his culture might agree with him. Maybe that's something that is expected of you as a man to do if someone is trying to and is incessantly causing grief to you and your family and your children, your wife. And maybe that's why he's sitting in jail and not remorseful. Because, okay, I go to prison, I in prison, maybe I get death penalty, but the individual or individuals who is antagonizing my wife, you talk about my wife, you cutting income from my family where I can't feed my kids and I can't pay my rent, I can't pay my bills. Well, I take care of him. Now my wife, she know what to do with the YouTube channel, she know what to do with YouTube. She can continue on to take care of the family, the children, and she take care of me too while I sit in prison. But we don't have that problem no more. Finito. Done. Maybe that's their culture. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's neither wrong or right. If that's their culture, if that's how culturally they will handle a dire situation such as this. You see, I stood in Manny's shoes before. I've been there in that state of mind. And I was in that same state of mind way before there was even an internet. Way before then. There was no internet. The only difference between Manny and Madamwhipass is that my potential victims never came out the house that morning. They left the house like clockwork. That particular morning, where I made up in my mind, as Manny did, where I said, today is the day I go to prison for the rest of my life. And I was completely fine with it. Completely fine with it. But for the grace of God, go I. They never came out the house that morning. Had they come out the house like they did every morning at around the same damn time, y'all would know nothing about a Madamwhipass. I'd have been in prison for over 30-something years by now. I think after 22, 23 years, I might have realized that it wasn't worth it. After doing 23 years in prison. I think after 23 years in prison, it would have finally hit me that it wasn't worth it. But those first 23 years, I'd have been all right with it. That's the state of mind I was in. But I want to know more about Manny. Outside of what he did on June 8th, outside of the video clips, I should say, of him leading up to that tragedy, I want to know. Because if he had 46,000 subscribers, there was something about him that was likable, charismatic, personable. But I can't see that for myself because all his videos on his channel, this whole channel is down, done, out of here. But Finney the Great's channel is still up. So we can learn about Finney. We can get to know him. And so I've learned and I got to know a lot about Finney and Bubbly. Outside of YouTube, Finney was good people. And you can see even on his videos, if you just take the antagonizing of Manny out of the equation on YouTube, you could see that Finney was good people. But I just think he was highly manipulated by a sociopath or two. And do y'all know, hey, Mad Church, you know, the followers of Finney, a lot of them, many of them, they act just like Finney. They are walking around with their heads in the clouds. But I came by to tell you, again, as I said, I've been around these YouTube streets for 19 years. Yes, we are, Mad Church. I've been around these YouTube streets for 19 years. I want you to know that there are psychopathic, sociopathic trolls that are very well organized. They have troll meetings. It's serious shit. They even have a troll council. They have to go to the troll council and get permission to execute whatever it is they want to execute concerning trolling and whatever individuals. I need you to understand that there are trolls that are pissed off because they've been trying to do for many years what a sociopath or two in the Vegas sector was able to accomplish, and that is to get somebody murdered, deleted. I need you to understand that there are groups of trolls who have been working at this for years to get one YouTuber content creator to delete another content creator. And they're not feeling good that all this hard work has come to naught. And here, Vegas sector pops up and, hey, they're not happy trolls. I think D Ware is a big ass sociopathic troll. But you ain't here for me. Who's to say there wasn't a bet going on that they can manipulate Manny to delete Finney? Trolls do things like that. They disguise themselves as your friends. You be chatting with them, you think you got, and I'm using the term friend loosely. But let me explain to you the type of shit that goes on. You go into a chat room and you be chatting with a person that you cool with. Y'all been chatting in whoever's chat room for a long time, many months. You tell jokes and stuff. And then there's another chatter that you may be arguing and fighting with who's always antagonizing you and starting with you. But you know what? A lot of times that chatter that you cool with and the chatter that's always antagonizing you, they're the same fucking person. They'll be your friend in one screen name and your enemy in another. And they're the same person. Oh, y'all don't hear me. You think I'm just pulling shit out of Madamwhipass, huh? No, I'm telling you the truth. I'm warning you. Warning comes before destruction. I'm letting you know. I'm peeping you to the game of what goes on out here in these YouTube streets. Yeah, I told you I'm drinking Long Island iced tea. But I ain't drunk. You know why I'm not drunk? Because I've been eating sushi. I'm not even buzzed yet. I'm not even buzzed yet. But this is for the Finney supporters. And even the Manny, for everybody in the Vegas sector. Because all of y'all seem to be in La La Land. And I think some of you are so far deep with your head in the clouds and in La La Land that you don't believe anything that I just told you. You can't even conceive that this is what goes on. But it is. Finney did not have his head in the clouds and so oblivious to how serious this situation was without being manipulated. And only a sociopath is that skilled in manipulation. So I have the link in the chat. Mad Church Disease, just pop up. I'll give you about 10 minutes and then I'm going to be out. I think I've finished with all that I needed to say. Nobody really knows about this channel. I was hoping maybe one person out, in the YouTube streets might know a little bit something about Manny and they can come and educate me. But I just wanted to learn more about him. I know there's more to him other than what he did on the night of June 8th. I'm not going to say he was all bad. But I think he was very much manipulated as well. I know he had Manny, that is, he had a court date yesterday. He does not have a personal attorney, which is what the court hearing was about. I understand there's something like a GoFundMe that he has. It's not called a GoFundMe, but it's something like it. And from what I understand, nobody has donated to it. There's a lot of Manny supporters still. And why they haven't... Okay, that's cool, Mad Church. But no one has donated to his attorney fund. And let me say this. I only know of one attorney who can get Manny acquitted. There's only one attorney that I know of that I have every bit of confidence, and that is Jose Baez, the attorney for Casey Anthony. If he can get that wicked demonic bitch scot-free, I know he can get Manny acquitted. But he costs a lot of money. And he might not be licensed in Vegas. Now, I didn't give that information because I want Manny to get off scot-free. I'm just saying, that's the only competent attorney that I know of who most likely can do it. Even with the videos that Manny has made with him in the car and looking for my baby and all that stuff, Jose Baez can get him off. But again, I don't know how you can cut somebody's income and continue to antagonize them, talk about their wife, their family, all types of stuff. And I'm not saying Manny never did the same thing back to him. I don't know who started what first. I'm not saying Manny never did anything. But from what I understand, there was many months that Manny didn't say nothing. He just ignored him. And Finney would not stop. I've been there too. Where I have ignored YouTubers for the longest. Never said a word, blocked them. Would block them in chat. And they steady going on antagonizing me. Just would not stop. I know what that's like. You can't keep fucking with people and think it's okay and you won't suffer any consequences or repercussions behind it. You have to be a moron to think that you can. After all of that, you have to be a moron to go back to that city after you were told. You come back here, you need to tell your mother, what I'm about to say is the truth. Finney was very carnal-minded and did not have spiritual eyes to see, nor spiritual ears to hear. And I know what I'm talking about, because if he had spiritual ears to hear, he would have heard the demon behind the words that said, if you come back to Vegas, you need to tell your mother whether you want to be cremated or buried. Only somebody with spiritual ears would have heard the demon behind those words. He couldn't even hear the voice of God speaking through that boom box 45 minutes before he was deleted. Mad Church, did you see that last final video of Finney and his wife? The one where, they were deleted. There's an entire video from the beginning of that night. And I don't know if you heard this, Mad Church. You still there, Mad? But there was one point in that video, and this was 45 minutes before they were shot, right? There was a man sitting in front of a fence. He had a big sign that said Bible, free Bibles. He had a boom box. And the boom box was blaring out the word of God. And I think it was the New International Version. It wasn't the King James Version. But what the word was saying at the precise moment that Finney and his wife stopped, mainly his wife, stopped to talk to this man, it talked about, it was specifically for them and their immediate situation. It talked about how the devil has entered your opponent, how you need to treat him with kindness, how you need to put away youthful passions, and because they only develop quarrels. I mean, it hit the nail on the head for them. If anybody watches that and says, and still can say there is no God, well, you was always a fool for not believing in God first anyway. But if you see this and you still say there is no God, you're demented. It was amazing what took place. It was exactly for them at the precise moment. It's no coincidence. That was the Lord, and I'm paraphrasing, telling you, hey, put away all this foolishness you're doing on YouTube. It's doing nothing but causing quarrels and bickering. That's all youthful passions. Y'all are in your 40s, even grandparents at this point. The devil has entered your opponent. He's coming to destroy you. When he comes upon you, treat him with kindness. The Lord was trying to deliver them from the imminent situation, and they could not hear because they had no spiritual ear. The Bible says, my sheep know my voice. They didn't know his voice. It was a blueprint. Hey, The devil has entered your opponent. He's on his way. This is what you need to do to turn this situation around. They could not hear it spiritually. Look, I don't care how you're going to take what I'm about to say next, but the devil is running through the Vegas sector. Matter of fact, I see the devil running through a couple of sectors. Let me correct it. The devil ain't running through the Vegas sector. There's a legion of devils running through the Vegas sector. A legion. Oh, Madamwhipass, there's no such thing as a devil. If God will open your spiritual eyes, you probably see a few of them standing right around you right now. So listen, I think I've done enough talking. I really wanted to know more about Manny. I wanted to know more about Julie. With what I know, what we've all seen, I can't be against Manny 100%. I just can't. I'm not against Finney either. 100%. Really straight down the middle. I believe in looking at all sides of a situation. And when you are in support of one content creator or the other, you're definitely biased. I ain't saying what Manny did was right, but I am saying I understand how he got there. I do understand that. Alright, what time is it? 10:45. The bombs are bursting. Trump is still alive and president. Big Ugly Bill was signed. Tisa Tells was about to get ass beat. Thank God they got let out of the courthouse and not high school yesterday. If they was let out of high school, man, they would have been pulling Tisa by her hair and jumping her. So thank God they were let out of court and Tisa had bodyguards. You gotta watch the devil and be wise. And one more thing I gotta say before I leave, because this was some advice that I had for Tisa. I've met more backstabbing internet people than I've met good people. I thank God for the good people I have met. For instance, Mad Church Disease and we chat on the phone, and we've been pretty good friends since what, 2010? Or we going on 15, 16 years? And there's a couple of other people that I've met on the internet that I truly state are my friends. But they are very far and few in between. The majority of people out here in these YouTube streets on the internet are fucked up. What I want to say is, especially if you're a successful content creator, don't befriend or be having your subscribers call you on the phone and email and text and put a lid on it. Stop it. Don't even befriend other successful content creators, because you just never know how it's going to turn out. Ask Lovely T. You think you cool with some subscribers you're texting? Look, that's like I said earlier. That subscriber could be your friend in one name, and in another name, they telling all your business privately until the time is right for them to tell it publicly. Don't befriend people from the internet. Don't do it. Be polite. Thank them if they, moderate for you or whatever. But keep them at a distance. You could chit-chat with them on the internet, in chat rooms and stuff. But as far as having your personal phone number and stuff like that, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care how cool they are. Don't do it. I'm just imparting to you what I've learned over the years. I thank God for the friends that I've made. I have shared some personal stuff with them and never heard it again yet. And I won't ever hear it again unless I give them permission to tell it. But for the most part, I found people to be really fucked up. And I'm talking about do some dirty, backhanded, underhanded shit to you. I mean, shit that people wouldn't even do offline, like your co-workers and stuff. And they can be pretty dirty too, but there's a limit to their dirtiness. These internet motherfuckers, there's no limit to how dirty and low down they can get. Matter of fact, the low down, dirtier that they can do you, that's what they're going to do. They're going to pick the lowest degree of dirtiment. I don't know what the internet does to people. Even now, you would think people will quell some of this shit because everybody's not so anonymous as they used to be. In the 90s and the 2000s. But that hasn't slowed them down. It was something about being on the internet. It's like humans just needed to be free to be their worst. Like, yeah, they would want to be so dirty and fucked up to people offline, but it's not socially acceptable. But if I'm anonymous and I'm sitting behind a computer screen and nobody can see me and nobody knows who I am and they can't even find me, well, I can really, really hurt people. I can say the nastiest shit to them over and over again. I can torment them day in and day out. Every chance I get, I can remind them and do them dirty about something personal they shared. And I can do it over and over and over and over. Because I'm fucked up. And I feel fucked up. And I never felt good about myself. And I'm going to live to make everybody else in the world feel just as fucked up as I feel about myself. And if I can make somebody delete somebody off of this earth, ooh, that would really do it for me. Now, y'all might be chuckling shit, but this is real. This is real. You got people demented like that when they get in front of a computer. And as technology has advanced, that innate wickedness has not quelled any. It hasn't quelled any. Alright, y'all probably think Madamwhipass sitting up here making shit up. She's so entertaining. She ain't serious. There aren't really people like that on the internet. Yes, Sally Sue, there are. You can't make this shit up. It's impossible. Alright, I think I've said enough. I've said enough. Like and share the video, if you will. And if you come across this video and you know Mannywise, drop a comment in the comment section and tell me about him. I already know the bad things. Or the bad thing. I just want to hear something positive about Manny. That's all. Now, some people, don't get me wrong, I'm still hurt about Bubbly and Finny. I really am. It has not left my mind since I found out what happened. But I think both parties have been manipulated into this tragedy. I don't even think. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure of it. So I'm not going to deem Manny as a monster. I'll just say, like the word said to Finny and Bubbly that night, the devil has entered into him. He can be delivered. We all can, and we all need to be. Peace.